straight to Kisii FM. Karibu sana mwanchama tagare igaiga no Kisii FM 94.1 enka yomagusi. Esaiga Maasai kama kawaida ni show konki, show moto, show tajika. Wakondo Show-Sigara, cigarette mtetezo wa wanawake. Don't touch that dial. Rero no torime ya Kisii University. By the way, we have met with the Kisii Press Club na tunataka tokwane rigoro yaba na youth ekegori kege kebintu bagwetera challenges na kitoraba konye. What is leading to that? Peer pressure yonsi nero roboni gatutagete tumanye from the horse mouth. Hakuna haja tuandikie kalamu ya penseli na ilhali tuko na kalamu ya wino. We are going to take it back to the Kisii Club Press Club tusikie wana nini ya kutuambia, tufunzane kama kawaida. Togo tebagege togo semania tobe kana bujana inde tuago kanya, ndio maana pia tuko na DJ. Karibu sana Press Club, take the role.
Kisii University Press Club tunawakaribisha na huwa tunaongelea masuala mengi, na leo hii tunaongelea masuala ya vijana. Karibu.
Chasa Maria tankoro kuzefanayo Otongo, no mwanafunzi ase skuru ya Kisii University, naende no mwanachama ase KUP, Kisii University Press Group. Tuwabariganirie ase ngwana yetu eri tukari ya rero.
My name is Bolo Chieng, a student at Kisii University, a member of KUP Press. As my colleague Kisii Chauro, we are here to discuss about the youths, their lives under the youth's education, how we live as youths, and other things. Thank you.
Yes, I'm Ogada Kennedy. Most of the people do call me Sirkal. I'm a member of Kisii University Press Club. I'm there as a treasurer, and today we are here to talk about the challenges that youths are facing. And today you are one of us, and feel part of us and feel free. Asante.
Nchasa merite ngoro kukwamboka Sheila, ndo member ya Kisii University Press Club. Rero ni goto kwanira mangana ali arengete abana youth abasaya bake asichi skuru ao ndene nirita iseke.
Naitwa Reinhard Shiunwa, the KUP Secgen and also the organizing secretary. So I welcome you all for this program. So we are going to talk about the youth, and I thank Kisii FM for coming and working with us. Thank you.
My name is Victor Moro, second year student of Communication and Media, a member of Kisii University Press Club. In the club, I'm one of the members of the data collection team and a photographer too. We welcome you all and feel free with us today. Thank you.
Engakie boni gatole nengakia nkongu sana sa abana youth abasaebe miaka yo koru 18 paka 35 no romo omwana youth abasaebe boni gatwachakire gwetire ngakia nkongu na inde totakwanete na batura asirenchera togo chaka bono iga chinga kichinkongu chiri omusaya gwetera muna boni gabasaebe bakole chiskuru muna ntole skuru muna bono iga chinga kichiri chinkongu togwete muna basaye bale skuru ne abasaya bange basoire samariogo na in the near future muna tokonya gosuka iga abasaya bange ngo chibale kotiga no skuru muna tole iga because of amarioga muno konyu agende tokonya ko affect again tokende muno konyu muna abasaya basoire samarioga ya bono iga inki into muna a community ya yomogusi nkitora akore elinde bakonyu. Another thing again tekenda abasaye bagwetera ne challenge ya mental, yani obongo okonyora omwana omusaya oeteira mangana mange bodo pako ikirengaki atali kolengereri buya akolengereri ebintu obyobobeko bwebintu byobuya. Egento kenda abasaye bagwetera ne unemployment. Abasaye twate babagochakuru emyaka ere iko 18 paka 35. Unemployment ye eres anene eres abantu bali bakole school. Okonyaro wakole school obwate degree obwate diploma gose obwate certificate lakini bono gasinchiyo. Okonyaro bono chinga kichiabere chinkongo na ndo konyora abaibuli abange bagote bono kero wakole school bakoko bwatu kana kwenda kweligeri bono igabu ya abana youth engakie nkongu nakio kobwatoku toranyore kebarua aiwase gwate bugenda kara irigeri kiagera abakembaro konyora nainde ti family nchiro chibwata abana abange abana abu abaiboli na barabwo mbatete korana ki nangaki naba bagosukigu baikeke wango gete erinde bache ko bakonyaka agendo kin a challenge ende abana youth baweta bonaiga no munguso bwa abana youth bande peer pressure okonyora muno mwana youth muna bubona ntutole campus bonaiga okonyora omusai naro mwabo bainyarete ogoisoka buya ero gocha ne gari skuru bono konyora abasai bande bagochaka kobwati emiendendo gete ya bali bainyarete okonyora bona abasai naende bachakire koso ebinto gete bitali byo buya muno boibi ekiaga nae notete omenye buya oragere buya campus otuare omaite campus chi relationship unchiro in relationship campus mostly bawata bona ki to komeki in a relationship no to bugati besa bona konyora pia pressure yenyinge se youth in sabasai okonyora mwana youth bona gocha kole bintu bitaiyo ochaka no nyo boibi goso chaka bintu bikoro ku wash gocha ko erinde arese that money chigo konya irinchi mo sustain campus na mangana ye relationship ne bintu binde. Another thing challenge abana youth baweta boniga cyberbullying. Actually most of these youth are not they have not understood what is cyberbullying. Mbara manya nkige koro ku cyberbullying. Na igobona a community ne bwenete goche imekonya bana youth asa mangana cyberbullying elinde bomanye na ki cyberbullying niki okonyora omoiseke gose omomura obekire ebicha yaye no social media ose bintu binde tali bicha yoka okonyora abana youth bande bakomuingilia mono libaga bakomwe solution onabwenete go dress buya gose abeke echianga chia maskani bono barabo bagochaka ko komurama. Another challenge abasai bagwete in bonoiga it is unfavorable government policies as abana youth okonyora government ebegete chi policy chinkongu to an extent bono youth yanyora egasien kongu in kora no emechande. For instance omwana youth boni gotete gochake biasara na hata etacha aligi chibesie biasara aligi ne make sure onyorere license ye biasara. That means a government nero ne bwenete gocha ime ekonya abana youth yaba kegere emechande yo toje insufficient funds in doing something orochi nonye mwana youth amejikakamua amepata pesa ya kuanzisha biashara na government haitaki kumpatia some leeway on how to deal with the financial challenges habwat nonye nyore che biashara tigadera konyu nonye license warenaki how best they can solve this problem of license echine che challenge se bono iga na ende uchi mutundo kwana inki munabana youth baragani ngira ni Mike se Reynard.
Asante sana, vile mmesikia huyo ni Edwin ameweza kutatua shida kiasi ambayo mayouth wanapitia na kila kitu ambayo ameweza kueleza wakina youth ni nani. Youth ni mtu wako na 18 to 35. Hao wengine from 35 huko juu they are ni elders. I take them as elders. So next I want to go to Ogada. Not Ogada but Bolo Cheng, so to explain more about this youth. Wanataka nini? Siku hizi mayouth wanataka nini? Wamekaa hapo kila saa wanapitia challenges mingi, so wanataka kusikia kutoka kwake ama youth ni akina nani na wanapitia shida gani, wanataka nini katika hii maisha sasa hii. Asante sana.
Asante sana bwana Reynard. Umesema niongelea kwamba youths, what do the youths need in today's life? According to the normal human being, normal situation of human being, most you'd expect that after education wapate employment, wapate kazi, wafanye kazi, waanzishe maisha yao, wengine waoe hata kama ni mapema au kuchelewa na wapate watoto. But that is not always what is expected. Si youth wanapata hayo. Unapata umemaliza kusoma kama kijana, umeenda kuja kutafuta kazi, umekosa kazi, umekosa pesa, unaingia katika mambo mengine ambayo uko umetarajia. But according to our program, kila unapokosa kwamba hujaajiriwa, umekosa kazi, upati hela, unaweza angalia mambo mengine. Na youth mara nyingi hujipata wameingia katika miadarati, wameingia katika anasa, wameingia katika wizi, wameingia katika mambo mengi ambayo siko walikuwa wanatarajia. So ili kuokoa hao youth vijana kutokana na mambo, tunaweza kupatia mentorship ili kuwarejesha katika mstari ulikuwa inastahili kwa maisha yao. Wengi wao juzi naona umefanya kwamba ilikuwa ni siku ya mental health day. Na ni ukweli vijana katika nchi yetu ya Kenya wanapitia tatizo hayo kwa sababu si wale wanaopata wanatarajia. Kama si hapa si ni vijana tayari tumepitisha 18, wengine tuko 18. Hata tukiwa shuleni ni mambo mengi tunapitia. Unapata umekosa chakula, wewe ni kijana, unaanza kufanya vieta, wash, unadhulumu wenzako. Mwisho unaingia katika msongo wa mawazo. Na ni vizuri wakifanywa kitu inaitwa mental and physical health guidance. Hiyo najua shule yetu katika under student affairs iko kitengo hicho ambao wanakishughulikia. Ya pili kuna kitu inaitwa social and emotional support. Shule pia imeshughulikia hiyo, na pia naamini NGOs wameshughulikia hiyo kuhakikisha kwamba vijana wanapata huduma hizo ili wasiumie kiakili na kuleta vitu kama kujitia kitanzi na mambo mengine. Mwisho ningependa kuongelea youth na masomo. Ndio unazaliwa, mtoto mdogo anapozaliwa anapelekwa shuleni, akitoka shuleni primary anaingia sekondari, anapelekwa chuo kikuu, anatarajiwa kupata kazi ili apate kutegemea kusaidia familia yake na wanajamii wengine. Lakini tunapoenda utapata kwamba vijana wengi wameanza kusema kwamba masomo hayana maana. Juu baada ya kusoma unakosa kazi, unaona kama ni upotevu wa muda. So ningependa tukifanya awareness about vijana na maisha, vijana na masomo, tungepatia kwamba tusaidie vijana wajue umuhimu wa masomo na mambo mengine ili wakuwe mstari wa mbele katika kujenga uchumi, kujenga nchi yetu, because tuna believe kwamba youths are the future generation of our country in whichever way. So they should work in appropriate manner, they should be guided, they should be make sure that they are on the same lane as expected by the government, by the economy, by the society. Nikimalizia kwamba tukisema kijana ni mtu ambaye anataka mambo mengi, tunataka sio tunataka kufaulu haraka. Hata tumekaa hapo napata msia na anachukua shilingi 500 na bet in expectance awin hata kama ni 10k ili akanunue kama ni kiti, some sort that are pushed by peer pressures. So vijana ni watu tunapenda mambo haraka, we don't want to wait. Tunapenda vitu zenye unaamka asubuhi, vitu za kuhustle, though we hustle but hiki tunatulazimisha. So bwana Reda, nikimalizia, youth ni watu tunataka vitu za haraka. Wewe mwenyewe unaelewa, we do betting, we do a lot of stuff that at small time tuna suffer, but we ignore the negative effects of what we do. As a KUP program under Kisii University Student Affairs wameshughulikia those things and we shall shed more light on that. Thank you.
Asante sana Bwana Bolo kwa kutuelezea mambo mengi kuhusu hawa vijana. Ningependa kwenda kwa Bwana Dan atuelezee mengi sana kuhusu hawa vijana. Wanataka nini na watasaidiwa aje? Asante sana Bwana Dan.
Asante sana Bwana Reinhard, lakini kuna mali nilikuwa nataka kuongea na Bolo kidogo. Hapo penye wanasema vijana wanapenda vitu za haraka. Najua kitambo mlikuwa napata maisha ya kijana ya sahi na maisha ya kijana ile ya kitambo haija change. So unapata kama wazee walikuwa napata like youth ni ule manataka if possible akishamaliza aoe na apate familia, si ndio? Unapata sahi kijana anataka aoe akifika 35 years, si ndio? Hiyo si kitu ya haraka, si ndio? Inamaanisha kijana anataka ajipange. Hii kujipanga hii ndio is another challenge to the youth, unaona? Sasa kijana ni mtu ameshindwa kujipanga, in such a way that hii mambo ya haraka hii although inakuja, lakini hiyo kujipanga imekuwa imezuia kijana sana kutatua shida zake yeye mwenyewe. Unaona? Kama baba yake, utaona akikaa chini na baba yake mwenyewe wana reason, si ndio? Baba yake atamwambia, now my son, I got married at the age of 14. Your mother came at the age of, while she was at the age of 12. Now unapata kijana anashindwa kurelate hiyo situation, unaona? Lakini sasa ukipata huyo kijana amekaa, Kenya anapenda yeye mwenyewe is another challenge to himself. Kijana amekuwa mtu anapenda betting. Youth and betting is another challenge to the youth himself. The youth anakuwa ule mtu mwenye, kama vile Edwin amesema hapa, amesema kijana ni ule ako na pesa, anataka kuanza biashara, si ndio? Lakini government policies zimemzuia kabisa, hawezi anza biashara yeye mwenyewe. Unaona? In such a way that hii pesa anasema kama niko na 1000 nataka kununua for example kuku nifuge, anasema 8000 acha niweke avieta. Ni bet, si ndio? Wengine wanapiga jackpot, wengine inaungua, si ndio? Si kuna wengine wanapenda kuweka bet hapa. Unaweka jackpot inaungua, mwingine atakwambia okay, ukiongea na mayouth tofauti imekuwa successful in a different ways. Atakwambia I had 200 nikanunua mayai nikaanza kuuza moja. Mwingine atakwambia nilikuwa na 200 nikaweka bet nikapiga jackpot na hivyo ndio vile nilikuwa successful, unaona? So it has been so difficult to understand the youth. Hadi saa hii it is difficult to analyze the youth chenye anapenda na mwelekeo wa vijana in the future, because we will be inaitwaje, sisi ndio tutakuwa kioo kwa wenzetu wenye wanakuja. Kama teenagers ni ule mtu anasoma, si ndio? Youthman ni ule mtu mwenye either ako campus anafanya kazi amemaliza, ama ndio katika ile the early stage of marriage and relationships, unaona? So kijana ni ule mtu anapenda vitu zikuwe smooth. Hiyo tu ndio chenye nasema. Kijana ni ule mtu anapenda vitu zikuwe smooth, zikibounce ni kama the world has turned upside down on himself. Sasa
okay, asante. Ningependa kuongeza kwa hayo, vijana ni wale watu wanapenda vitu za haraka. Kijana anataka akishamaliza kusoma kidato cha 4 afaulu katika maisha yake, aende university ama aende college ama achie hapo aanze biashara zake na aweze kufaulu katika maisha yake. But unapata Mungu ana yake. Mungu anataka kuplania maisha yako yani tofauti na wengine. Mungu anataka upitie step by step. But wewe ukikuja hapo kijana unataka kufanya vitu zako mbio haraka. Mungu pia ana mipango zake. So unapata kijana alikuwa anataka akishamaliza form 4 aanze biashara yake ama aende next step ya kusoma. So kijana kama huyo kuna wale vijana kiasi katika 100% kuna vijana 10% wanafaulu katika maisha yao. Unapata kijana alianza shule vizuri, akamaliza, akapata kazi. Hiyo kazi inamlipa vizuri, akafaulu, akaweza kuoa, ako na familia. Lakini hao vijana wengine maisha wapiga challenge. Upate ni poor planning na hizo zingine shida ambazo wanapitia huko nje. Swala linalofuata nataka niende kwa masuala mengine yanao wapatia matatizo vijana wetu wa siku hizi. Naenda kwake Bwana Ogada.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm Ogada Kennedy. Just to reintroduce myself. The challenges that youth are facing are more or not less than relationship issues, unemployment, and maybe something related to education. You know, there is a interrelationship between love and relationship, education, and unemployment. One, regardless of academic qualifications of any youth in Kenya, all of them should have a way of earning a livelihood. And this is what we call employment. And this is what most of the youths are unable to secure. This is due to, not that they are unwilling to work, but because of the scarcity of the organizations, industries to absorb these youths. Secondly, the question of relationship. Today, the youths are relating relationship with money. So, you know, for you to have a lover or someone who loves you or someone who you are in a relationship with, the basic topic that you'll have to be speaking about is money. Money. And you won't have money if you are not employed. So you see that there is an interrelationship. Then the question of education. There is nowhere in this country, even if the government is saying that they are offering free education right from primary, secondary to university. There are a number of things, the activities are things that we are doing that do not only need money, but also some other resources. And these resources we can't get if we don't have employment. Then most of the youths like partying, more so here in campus. And you know you can't party if you don't have money. And so, having missed a number of parties, you'll find this youth are some stress, is feeling neglected, is feeling low, just because he's not fitting in some groups. Then the question of luck. Most of us are basing our things like we live in an imagination world that I'll be lucky. So we find ourselves betting, not knowing that luck only comes when opportunity meets preparation. And this preparation, we have to prepare by getting the sound education. This having the sound education, then we'll have access to various organizations that can absorb us. Then the preparation itself, having prepared, then opportunity will present itself. You may not know. So most of us will have things that we need things to go very fast. And I think this is something that should be shunned among the youths. I don't have more than that. And thank you, Mr. Reinhard.
Okay, thank you, Gada. So we are going back to Edwin Chauro so to give us more details on the challenges facing the youth. Then we shall go to what are the cause of these problems facing the youth. I'm going back to Edwin.
Actually, essentially, we have looked at what makes the youth face a lot of difficult times in campus, either in campus or generally a youth. This team has already talked about many challenges that make things happen the way they happen in correlation to the youth bracket, from unemployment, lack of financial stability, relationship, and many things that they have talked about. Actually, in the near future, we could see, let us champion mentorship to make sure that youths are in the right track. Actually, with the mentorship, I think many things will be all right with the youths. Youths need only a guide. Somebody who tells them, actually, something must undergo a process, the way Ogada has just said. Something must undergo a process for it to be a product that will be availed in the market. For us youths, it is good we respect the process. We make sure that we respect the process and we go overdue without any tusiwe na haraka. Kama kitu inastahili kuchukua muda fulani, ni vizuri utekeleze yale majukumu na uchukue muda ambao unastahili kuchukuliwa kwa hicho kitu kufanywa. For instance, kwa sisi ni wanahabari. Wengi wanahabari sahi, sisi ni wanafunzi, hatujajua, we have not known much of the things that happen in the media industry. It is us to respect the process. We make sure that we champion reading and getting to lecture rooms and many other issues that will make us be efficient in delivery of service in the near future. Tusiwe na haraka. In as much as life is very difficult for a youth as we speak now, as we speak, the economy is not doing well. That means even us, the youths, were affected in a way. That means for us to sustain and to be able to champion our future, it is good to make sure that we respect the process. Thank you.
I have a question to you, Reinhard. Yes. Now, suppose if the process fail, what can now a youth man do? Youth man atafanya nini? Alafu anakuwa aje? Because sometimes unaweza kuwa umeplan hivi na ina bounce. Yes.
Actually, in Africa we have a lot of problems. a lot of problems. It is not like the Western countries whereby they have developed. And the moment you solve a problem, you have already employed yourself. That's what I'm very sure. The moment you solve a problem, you have employed yourself. For instance, as we speak now, there are many gaps in the Kenyan economy, many gaps. For instance, the other day they were talking about climate change. As a youth, we can come up with a program on how we can engage the systems of government. We have the county government and the national government. We see on how best we can solve this problem of climate issue. And by solving that problem, I'm very sure we can get finances that run the program.
Kuongeza kwenye amesema ni kwamba ama youth kuna a lot of opportunities outside there. So nowadays the youth want white collar jobs. So the white collar jobs youth wapata wapi? Youth anaogopa kuna shamba kulima. And hapo nje kuna job opportunity. Utamsaidia aje? They are not scarce. Kuna a lot of job opportunities. Ukishatoka kwa shamba umelima, umeisha produce your potatoes, your maize, you go to the market, you sell them. After selling them, where will you go next? So you go to the bank to deposit your money. Out of us, so next we are going to discuss about what are the cause of the problems facing the youth. Nani wanasababisha hizi shida ambao mayouth wanapitia sana kwa wingi. So kwa upande mwingine ningependa kwenda kwa my right side, kuna Omoro Victor discuss kidogo, then nitamalizia kwa hiyo.
Okay, thank you very much. Just a reminder, my name is Omoro Victor, and to start, generally, the term youth, these are a group of people within the age of 18 to 35 years, and most of these people are in the higher education of learning. Some few are in the job market with families. Now, when we start about the causes of the problem facing the youth, we can have numerous problems, causes of the problems of the youth. Number one being depression. When I talk about the depression specifically, it can be caused by a number of things. First of all, there is the peer pressure. For example, the youths in campus. There's this thing we were told when we were in high school by our high school teachers that when you go to campus, there's the campus life. Now you come to campus with that mentality, the campus life, and you find it a total different thing. That may lead to depression. You may be having stress. What was I being told? And this is now the reality. When we talk about depression, we can also have numerous causes of depression. One of them being the issue of love affairs and the heartbreaks. It's very rampant with most of the youth, most in the campus. We can also talk about failure to get a dream job. You are a graduate, for example, a communication and media graduate. You are looking forward to work in a certain media organization like the KTN. You fail to get such jobs, you may be stressed up. That's one of the causes of depression. Another thing will be things to do with the youths who are with family members. There are a lot of family problems. You disagree today, tomorrow you are well, tomorrow again you disagree, you have problems. Another thing which causes the problem by the youth is the issue of drug abuse. The drug abuse, which may be mainly be led by the issue of the peer pressure among the youth. Drug abuse has a number of effects to the youth. For example, it may have social effects, the health effects, which may also include death. So the youth may end up losing their lives. There's this issue of materialism among the youth. Like you find that youth are these people who want life to be very smooth and will always do things which they think can make life be very smooth to them. The first thing they may be interested in joining is the betting. I think a number of youth, almost 90% of the youth in Kenya today, considering the economy right now, they are now betting because they need where they can get quick money. Issues to with the materialism, there's this issue of the so-called the Illuminati thing. Actually, there are youths who have had such minds of joining such issues to, you know when you are told about Illuminati, the story we always hear about this thing, you are told that when you join, life will be really smooth. You live a very smooth life. The thing you are told that it may be smooth but short. But now, when you talk about the youth, there are people who want life to be very smooth on them. So they will not hesitate from joining such issues, the issues to do with the Illuminati and the whatever. We can also talk about school violence. When I talk about school violence, we have a number of youth who are in schools, they are education of higher learning in campus and colleges. There's this issue to do with cyberbullying. You enter into a website to do certain job, and you experience such issues, you may be depressed as a youth. This may be one of the causes of the problem. So when I talk about depression again, we can have several issues to do with depression among youth. For example, you are a student in campus, you expect the government to be giving you some small amount of money in terms of help, like the incidents which happened some weeks ago, and I think everyone was aware of what happened. The students were planning some strikes to the Higher Education Health Board, demanding to be paid. So in such an incident, for example, you haven't paid any school fee, you are in school, you haven't paid any money, and remember there are sort of school policies, like for example in Kisii University, there is the 50% policy and the 100% policy. When you miss the 50% policy, you are required to pay the 100% policy, and you don't have any money. And the government has not issued anything help. Your account has nothing. You are stressed. What do you think about as a youth? You may think about such evil activities like taking your life. You think that, let me just live with these people, I go and leave them in peace. And when I also talk about the causes of this problem, there's the teenage problems. I think right now, the issue to do with the LGBTQ and whatever, it is, I'm not sure about it, but I know it's very rampant among the students. What causes this among the youth? We can also talk about peer pressure as one of the influence in this. So thank you, Reinhard, for this.
Okay, to add on what he has said, I would like to give out the people to be blamed of the causes, the problems facing the youth. So first, he has talked about the LGBTQ or what. So first, the first person to be blamed ni youth mwenyewe. Unje mtu wa kwanza inafaa to blame. So you are the youth. Unajua wazazi wako hawajiwezi. Unajua vile family background. Umepelekwa shule usome, ufanye unafasishe nafasi ya maisha yako ikuwe nzuri. Lakini wewe umeenda kwa mambo mengine huko nje, umepata drug company unajiingiza ndani, unajipata kwa different groups unaingia ndani. So the youth, you are the first people to be blamed on your problem facing you. So that is the first. The second, I go on blaming the parents. We have this problem called the thing called poor parenting. Unapata mtoto ameingia kwa nyumba saa moja, au muulizi ametoka wapi. Unapata mtoto pengine alienda shule, au jana report card, uje jua huyu mwanafunzi anafanya nini huko shule. Then unataka mwanafunzi wake kupatikana kwa shida, mtoto wake kupatikana kwa shida. Utamwelezea nini? Unajua mtoto wako uko sawa, kuna kila kitu, lakini behind the scenes chenye mtoto wako anafanya ni kitu mbaya. The third person who I blame, I blame the government. I blame the government in 3 ways. I blame the government of allowing the youth, or not the youth, allowing people from other countries to come and intervene our youth to join different programs. So like Facebook, the owner of Facebook, his children or watoto wake wote hawatumiki Facebook. The owner of Twitter, watu wake watumiki Twitter. Na mbona anakuja government inakubali hiyo kitu ikuje ifanyike, watu wa youth wa Kenya watumikie, alafu inawaharibu. Like problems mingi zinatokana na pale kwa media. People use media in different ways. Nowadays people use media to trace other people. Wanafanya watu wanaumia huko nje, wanafanya kila kitu. Like the government should watoe rules ambazo zina govern the use of media platforms. Then next we shall go to the problem of easy ahadi ambayo government inatoa. Unapata government telling that the youth you will get jobs after graduating, ama kuna kazi mtapata. And then unapata like I read the president manifesto, I saw like the youth watakuwa kwa government. I'm wondering now what is happening in the government. All the CAs are people above 35. Youth hapa chini atokea wapi? All the permanent secretaries wote ni wazee wako kwa ofisi. Wanafanya nini hapo? I'm still wondering. Alafu unaniambia youth anafanya kazi, atapata kazi. Atapata kazi wapi? Na mtu ako na 70 years au office. Mtu ako na 65 years au office. So the government should look upon that issue. Then issue nyingine na blame government. The government iko na the right ya ku develop certain programs za ku guide the youth. So unapata like youth ameka hapo after graduating after amesoma TVET, after amaliza form 4, unamsaidia aje? Amefail KCC, unataka umsaidie aje government? So like government should look upon ways ya kusaidia watu. Then the next, I blame the church. The church ina cause a lot of problems. Unapata youth amefika 25 years kwa kanisa. Unapata amekaa na msichana kwa kanisa. Wameanza mambo na relationship. The pastor is the one to condemn anaanza condemn the issue. Ati kwa hii kanisa mwache mambo relationship because you are still young. 25 years old girl and a boy, they are wako kwa ile age ya kutaka kuolewa na kutaka kuoana. So wacha wafanye hiyo vitu. Wacha condemn vitu wanafanya. Like utaanzaje condemn hiyo kitu, then at the end una blame. Akifika 40 years unamuuliza mbona hujaoa? Tunataka harusi, mbona hujaoa 40 years? Na first akio 25 ulimkataza. Then also the church, the leaders in the church, wale watu nakanga pale mbele, watakangi youth waone vitu wanafanya. Wako tu pale mbele, ati anakuja pale anawaambia niliokoka tangu nikiwa mtoto, lakini behind the scene kitu anafanya. And huko nje mpata ako kwa club drinking, doing, anafanya vitu zingine azifai. Like hao watu pale mbele wanafaa jitokeze waambie youth, this is our behind the scenes, tushaipitia maisha kama haya na tunataka nyinyi mfanye hivi, msiathirike na maisha kama haya. But ukikuja pale mbele unaniambia nimeokoka, bora ni Yesu. So like kitu kama hiyo youth how can you start explaining the youth kitu kama hiyo? Then the other problem with the church, how can you take the youth kukaa kwa ibada ya wamama na wazee? Utaanza aje sasa? Hao watu inafaa uanze kudevelop. Kuna Sunday school, kuna teens, kuna class ya youth, then kuna hiyo kanisa ya watu wakubwa. So organize our teens, wakitoka teens waende youth. These are the programs tunaenda kuwafunza na kila kitu tunaenda kuwafunza. But hii mambo ya kusema everybody mwenye amebatizwa above 18 years akaweka kanisa ya watu wakubwa, hiyo mna cause a lot of problems. Hao watu hawatapata ile nafasi ya kueleza mashida zao. I also blame kuongeza kwa government. Nilikuwa nimesahau kitu moja. Government, I blame you because of your futures about the schooling. You cannot tell me that you are going to come up with the rule that to stop LGBTQ and you are the one causing the problem. Mbona ulieka boarding schools? Mbona ulieka this equal girls school na equal boys school? Mbona watoto usiwakalishe youth usiwakalishe pamoja, uambie hivi nje nafaa tukue? Our youth wanataka uwaelekeze vizuri, but you creating boarding schools, girls schools and boys schools, you create a difference. Msichana anagrow akijua napendana na msichana mwenzangu, kijana anagrow akijua napendana na kijana mwenzangu. So the government should look upon that issue. Watoe hizo mambo ya boarding school, weke mixed school, so these people can interact. Once ni may realize that when you unachukua youth pamoja, unaweka pamoja, these people learn together. Na hizo vitu hawezi fanya. Hizi mambo ati watakuwa na early pregnancy. Once umeka hao youth pamoja wana mingle pamoja, hiyo mambo haitakuwa. Ni vile watu wanatoka kwa shule, mtu youth amekaa kwa shule for 3 months, umemfungie kwa shule. Akitoka nje, si akona tamaa na mapenzi, akona tamaa na drugs, si atakuja afanye hizo vitu. Then government inaanza kulia early pregnancy nini. So the government is the cause of these problems. So nikikumbuka zingine nitawaambia, lakini acha tuende kwa hii challenge, big challenge ya youth wanapitia is upon in drug abuse. So ningependa kwenda kwa Zephyr aguzie what is drug abuse, and then akuje kwa Sheila aelezee more about the drug abuse, then tutaendelea hapo mbele.
Before going to Zephyr,
Yes,
I think nobody should be blamed on anything that youths are facing. Once you are responsible and moral, I don't think if these challenges will catch up with you. So all youths, our work is just advocacy, and we are here to advocate for morality and responsibility among the youths. So every youth, wherever you are, should ensure that you are moral and responsible. Any moral person won't go to somewhere that is not recommended for him, and any responsible person will know what to do at the right time and where. Yes, thank you.
so you are trying to mean no one should be blamed for these problems. When your son goes wrong, amepatikana police station, utaenda kumtetea ati umwambie ati huyu kijana wangu ni mzuri na amepatikana kwa kitu mbaya? Okay, so let's go to the next topic about the drug abuse. Ataka guzie tu kidogo, then ende kwa Sheila apige hiyo kitu vizuri, then tuona what next.
Thank you so much, Bwana Reynard, for giving me this chance. I know Esaiga yo Maasai apa sa patutegerete skari na abange sana, and these issues we are discussing here in one way or the other they are affecting us. Kama haiku affect, ina affect rafiki yako, and the way we are discussing here, najua maybe kuna mtu itasaidia ama sisi wenyewe tutajisaidia. So we are assisting some youths or a lot of youths wenye wako pale nje, even in different places. Especially nataka kuingia in campuses, and that's where most of the youths wako na challenges mingi. Unapata kwamba actually the challenges zenye tunazungumzia kuna zingine hatujaongea, we cannot exhaust all of them. Ni nyingi sana, especially issues to talk about depression. Hiyo now mnaisikia even from radios, from TV. You can see what is happening in our campuses. Ni nyingi sana. Actually depression peke yake ndo mostly unapata even inafanya there are a lot of suicidal cases tunasikia kutoka campuses, ama even watu wanauana. So there is a lot that is happening, and there is a lot of challenges tunapitia sana kama ma youths. So nilikuwa nataka kuzungumzia some two issues before niingie kwa drug abuse zenye zinafanya maybe the youths challenges ambazo the youths tuna face, na zingine I had Reynard ukiongelelea not Reynard Omolo akisema what's the causes of all these challenges. Zingine zinakuwa pressure within yourself, na kuna pressure yenye inatokana nje. So hapo ukiangalia vizuri just to talk about kitu kama peer pressure. Unapata when you come kutoka kwenu, umetoka high school, umemaliza shule, now you are joining campus. Huko ni mwanafunzi amekuja ambaye maybe character yake ni mzuri, but akiingia campus the group yenye anaji-involve in, unapata the company yenye anatembea nao, watu wanalala nao, watu wanaenda nao class, maybe kuna wale wako I heard mmoja akisema mambo na partying I guess it's Ogada. Kuna a lot of parties zinafanyikana in campus. So wakati unapata the people you are surrounding you, kama wako na mawazo mazuri, they will influence you positively, and if they are bad people watakuinfluence vibaya sana na watakuharibia your life. Just to give an example, mwanafunzi umepata your help, maybe you need to pay your school fees, and some maybe you cater for yourself for your upkeep, but because of peer pressure, marafiki zako unapata kuna wanakuinfluence, wanakuambia tuende party, tuende tukafanye hiki, tuende tao, maybe hata weekend imefika, au lali kwako, mnaenda kutembea some town somewhere yenye iko far, and you are actually unajisumbua wewe mwenyewe, unajiletea shida nyingi. Maybe utaenda pale mshakunywa pombe labda due to peer pressure, alafu unajipata uko kwa shida, maybe kuna vita iko hapo, unasikia watu walidungana maybe Fisu, umeenda hospitali, your parents even they are not aware, wanapigiwa simu. So there is a lot surrounding peer pressure. Issue ya pili nilikuwa nataka kuzungumzia yenye actually sasa ile nilikuwa nasema it's just within you, it's you, ni pressure ya kindani, it's not now outside pressure. Maybe mtu how you manage your money management. As youths, najua campus life inatufunza vile tunaenda kuishi in the life yenye after campus now. Maybe utapata tuko with your family and now you are managing your own money, your own family without your parents. Sasa hapo ndo utajua life ni nini. So if you don't manage your money well, even when you are at campus, if you don't train yourself well, utapata even the family you are going to raise, kutakuwa na shida. So if you manage your money well, just using an example ya help, utumie pesa yako vizuri, uache kuendea party, uache kufurahisha your friends, pay school fees kama kuna gap hapo, alafu yenye inabaki kidogo, maybe buy yourself some food, weka stoki kwa nyumba, maybe ikiisha ndo ukuje maybe kupiga simu nyumbani. Lakini if you use your money badly, actually you will end up destroying yourself. So kuna issue ya mismanagement of money. Now talking on drug abuse. Hii sasa ndo kitu yenye imekuwa rampant, especially in campuses. And at times you may find that a student came akiwa mzuri, anaenda kanisa, akifika campus because of the peer pressure groups zenye anaji-involve in. Maybe ni watu wenye wanakunywa, wanatumia bangi and so on. So when you misuse these drugs, umeanza kutumia hizo madawa, your life actually utakuwa umejiingiza kwa mambo ambayo yatakuumiza, even your health yatakuwa yanakuumiza. Ukishatumia hizo vitu, you may find yourself hata ulali kwako, unalala kwa mtaro juu ya hiyo pombe, hata ujijui wewe mwenyewe, umeanza kukua mgonjwa, umedhoofika. Na watu wenye wanakunywanga pombe sana, you find that hawapendi chakula, they don't eat, so they drink a lot and they destroy their health. So drug abuse mostly inakuanga it's from peer pressure, but ukiwa peke yako si sana mtu upate ameanza kuzoea hiyo pombe. So peer pressure ndo mostly inakuwa the cause of that. Thank you.
Maybe I can say something on the matter of peer pressure. Most of the time I tend to agree with it and disagree. Okay, I've lived in a situation from personal experience. I'm from the coastal region, and recently there was a survey done that most coastal youths consume drugs. Walikuwa wanatumia bangi, sasa nasikia wanaongeza cocaine and other things. In terms of peer pressure, I think there is something called personal decision. What Ogada said, once you are morally upbuilt, even though nikikwambia twende hivi tukafanye party hivi na hivi, and you are raised either from a church background or you have a personal firm decision, I think peer pressure don't work. Most of you tunachukulia kwamba my friend took me to this, rafiki yangu alinifanya nikafanya hii, but you knew what you are doing. Haku kuroga ndo kafanya. Is you made a personal decision like, yeah, kama ni party tunaenda party, ukakunywa pombe, ukalewa, ukapatika mtaro. Then because the funny thing about peer pressure, the moment suffer the bad effect of it, utasikia mtu anasema I wish I knew. You wish you knew na will make personal decision if you are sober. Au kudungwa shinayo ndo ukasema twende party. So I think what youth should be encouraged is like, before you do something, analyze yourself from your background, what you are doing, what you want in the future, where you are now. Like uko second year, uko third year, uko fourth year, then uko na besti mwenye aligraduate like 2 years ago, anakuja nakwambia there is a party like Emparaiso, and the following day uko na sitting in cat. Unajua vizuri hadi class rep amekuandikia hapo tomorrow they are sitting cat. You just make a decision like sitasoma, nitaenda fine nini, nitaenda party. Or uko na school fees, unajua lazima nilipe school fees. You know you should pay school fees, and someone tell you let's do this and this. Unachukua hiyo pesa unatumia knowingly, not unknowingly, knowingly. Unaenda unatumia like cause just a friend amekwambia. For me, okay, we have lived personally, kusema kweli bang is such a normal thing, but doesn't mean that lazima bang ni kitu ya normal nitumie Doesn't mean that all my friends wana consume bang lazima nitumie bang. It's a personal decision I made, like, okay, even though people consume bang, I've been harassed by police before in terms of using bang and kusingiziwa just because I work with friends when wanatumia bang. Doesn't mean that lazima nitumie kwa sababu nimesingiziwa. So I think whether you are a youth ni mtu mwenye ako in a person of making a personal decision at a high level of standard mind. So in terms of peer pressure, you own your personal decision making. Before ufanye kitu, think twice about it. Ukisingizia peer pressure, utapata those who influence you most wameshakuwa successful. Bete mnako kurealize sema, oh, mtu fulani alinidanganya, mbona sikufikiria. So peer pressure, even though it is there, but it relies on personal decision. That's what I can say.
Maybe to add on what my friend ameongea, tunaweza singizia by the way peer pressure, yes, of course, but majorly vile amesema, it depends with your character, especially when you are raised up. Parents pia maybe kuna mahali tutawaweka, they have a responsibility of knowing the kind of child and raise up. The way mtu na respond to friends when they are telling you some things or some issues, pia ina depend vile you were raised up. The character ile yenye ilikuwa instilled when you were growing up. So most of the time we can say the character was formed before. Hata nikiwa mtoto mzuri nikuja campus, nianze kukua influenced with some people to do some wrong things, maybe nitakumbuka kwamba the Bible says by the way kwamba mtoto vile unamlea ndivyo akuavyo, na vile unamlea vile mzazi anamfunza atakuja kufanya nini wakati ana grow hata sahau. So your character, what you are, most of the time we may say that it's how you are raised up. That's the character that was instilled in you. So hatutasingizia peer pressure sana, but it has also some magnitude ya kuongezea informing your life in your campus life. So I love there is something ambayo umenikumbusha about hiyo peer pressure. Mostly unajua inakuanga let me talk about issues concerning relationships. Ziko sana rampant in campus. But I can say it is just from my personal view. By the way, it's not necessary for a campus student kukuwa in a relationship. But if it is, it should be the right relationship. Najua unapata kwamba when you are in a relationship, ukisha maybe kuwa heartbroken, maybe unatoka kwa hii ukiingia kwa ingine, unajiongezea shida juu ya ingine. Actually you can even take a break. Jichunguze tu vizuri. Are you prepared kukua in a relationship? Because there is a lot that comes with these relationships. Kuna heartbreaks. Ladies, kuna kupewa mimba. Ukishapewa mimba, maybe angalia your background kwenu kukoaje. Can your parents support you and your child ukiwa campus or your boyfriend? Unajua kuna watu wengine akikupea mimba, some boyfriends wanatoroka, wanakuachia nini? Majukumu. Hii inakuletea nini? Depression. So these stories zinaenda tu round. Na at times sisi tunajiletea.
Nikimalizia, I wish peer pressure could also lead to positive success in our lives, not only negatives.
Okay, just to add on top of what these guys have said, hakuna mzazi anayetakia mtoto wake mabaya. So in as much as they don't provide for us, doesn't mean that they don't want to provide for us. It means that they are unable to provide for you. And now that you are 18 and above, why can't you just find a way of earning yourself a living, irrespective of where you are? You know, most of us, the youths here in campus, are here because of maybe someone has volunteered somewhere to sponsor your being here. Maybe the community from where you are coming from did some contributions for you to be here. And once we are here, we now want to override the fact that our parents are financially innocent. So you want to follow the magnitude, a group of members who have some stable cash inflow to facilitate their partying, And maybe the dress code, you must not dress as some other guys. Should just find a way of being decent, and the biggest thing should be moral and responsible for yourself, not for your parents, for yourselves. Asanteni.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask Bolo and Zefa. Mtoto mlevo ndivyo akuavyo. Mtoto akielewa vibaya tuna blame nani?
There's no parent can raise his or her child in a bad way.
Okay, mtoto akipatikana kwa shida hapo mbele after mzazi ajui kitu anafanya, tutalaumu nani? Tutalaumu nani?
Labda tu nikujibu hilo. Tumesema mtoto mleavyo ndivyo anafanya nini? Akuavyo. At times there is what we call parental negligence. There is something you needed to tell your child. There is a way you needed to train up your child. But actually si ati ni wazazi wote wanafunza watoto wao what they need to do. Mtoto unaona maybe akiiba kitu fulani kutoka kwa rafiki yake, unamwambia hani unaacha tu, hata umwambie umefanya nini makosa, hata haumchapi. Like unaacha akigrow na hiyo character. Ukifika campus unakuja kuibia hata students radio, simu nini. Some characters they are instilled while you are growing up.
Okay, thank you. So thank you for the listeners. So we want to go to take a break, but before we take a break, we have a girl who she's going to talk about the girl empowerment before we embark on the issue of drug abuse. So thank you. We want to take a short break. Thank you. So we had gone for a short break. So we are coming back with the youth program. So next we are going to discuss about the drug abuse. Then we go to the solution facing the challenges. What we have certain solutions. Then we shall finish for today's program. Then we shall give the next topics for the next day. Thank you. So we are going to talk about the drug abuse. But before we talk about the drug abuse, we have a girl child who is representing the girl child issues and matters. So let her talk about the girls issues. Hizo mambo nasikia za LGBTQ ataongelea kiasi na hizo zingine. Thank you. Sheila.
Asante sana. Ncherero ni gongwegerera abana abaiske ase Esaiga ya Maasai ni gontete ku empower young girls bari university gose bari bagochi go join kagera nche no mwanafunzi inde egente getang'ani ngo batebi na kira mogoche skuru ogocha ne goliago no maite kyogocha gokora no maite target yaga sobogima kare kende no maite asokorwa no maite omochino kwachire koroseria aba ibori bago busoku ni gotokorwa asti family. Yani we depend on education. Tokuri na very humble backgrounds. Bana ngo chindera kira tore skuru gari abaiske mechando to wetera entege tangani na ndu wisene kaniki to bwate usiniki abaiburi bagotwa. As ladies akanyare to aspire akanyare binte binene tutanyare gwikira at that time wero mwana bwe skuru. Ketokutaka gweso kamuna kuna abandi barekerengo kigoro mono tutanyare gwikira. Ekende no gutuma chi stage cyobogima ni gotobwente gosoma twamenya kwenda ase nywomo kore kende kwanyara abiska bange bare skuru ni go bagosoa chinywomo batarakora amasomo abo ng'ainu oko twanyora twasira soko nyoro borito twaba discouraged twarabogima mbo yo gochimotu abaibori batigara kari bakori great ngi bagosomeria abana chinyaroka bono ni gongo bataina bari twanyoreri bageririo gosoma however much obogima bakongete skuru keria abaibori bagwa afford toisaneke tusome na into toroki ejamii back in the society ina na into abaisike we can be people in the future. Egento kende naro kwanira sabana chinyaruka kera to chora chikosi igo kobwati ngiota gitaso bogima kulingana na arubuna kwa score back in high school. It is good kwa work towards your target. Ikikirio tagete onye no munyagitario tagete koba kwa manyangi okoba bono nende kiro kare kosi yo yaga se skuru kwa twaro moyori na you have a bright future. Ntobwate dream killer since ko ga bako goita moyo na kwamba gochi mutu aga stay yo ya tindi ko bayimizana ga stay yo kwasoma kwanza obogima nkwebanga bore gochi motu kero gokora ekosi nigo gotwara positive attitude towards it. Nabwate mange maswali ndanyore kurwa ase abategereri. Asante.
Okay, Meskia amesema kuhusu the girl child empowerment. So next we are going to talk about the drug abuse issue. So that is the last issue for today. Then we give some solution for the problems facing the youth as we go on. So I'm going to Zephaniah to introduce the topic. Then we give few aspects about the drug abuse. On the aspects of our drug abuse, we want to talk about the different drugs the youth are using and how we shall control them and who are the one causing this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Reinhard, for giving me this chance once again. I'm Zephaniah Otongo. Now we are talking about drug abuse. Those are two words in one sentence. Maybe to elaborate, Waseko Manyanga, what is this drug abuse? Number one, drug is any substance when you take in, it alters your body functioning. When you come to abuse, vile tunai understand, it's something that it's not used in its rightful way. So that's how we come up with the term drug abuse. So there are a lot of drugs that we take and they can be taken positively. But when we come to mentioning drug abuse, when you use these drugs in a wrong purpose, and mostly it's common with the youths, despite anybody can use it without knowing or with your knowledge, but most of the time the youths, when we take these drugs for a wrong purpose, that's when we say that we are abusing these drugs. And there are a lot of drugs that are abused nowadays. We have a number of them. Just to mention, we have nicotine, we have bang, we have even some tunasema tobacco, kuna tembe za aina mingi sana, especially with the ladies. They use it for different purposes. So that's abusing drugs. And maybe to just mention that these drugs that we take, they have a lot of effects in our bodies. That's why I said that when we take drugs, they alter our body, our normal body functioning. So most of the challenges tulikuwa tumezungumzia awali zingine zinaletwa na hii abusing these drugs. So we are not going to live ile maisha ya kawaida if we abuse these drugs, and it's a challenge that we face as youths commonly in a campus. Thank you so much, Reinhard.
Okay, because of time, I want to give members to give only 2 minutes to give the solutions. Then I will go to our listeners, our viewers who are here, to give a short 1 minute solution. Then we round up the issue of drug abuse. We shall finish it later. So I'm going to go to on my right side as we go. 1 minute.
Okay, thank you once again. My name is Victor, and I will give a guideline, a 7-step solution to the problems faced by youth. First of all, as a youth, we have to admit that we are going through several problems, and we must live with solution of such problems. Number one, as a youth, you have to identify the problem. Which is the problem that you are facing? Number two, focus. Focus on the issue, but not the people around you or the emotions or whatever it may bring about. Number three, listen. Listen to yourself. Listen to what people say about the problem. How does it affect you? How does it affect them? What do they say about the problem? Number four, generate a solution to the problem. You generate a solution, then you evaluate the solution, put the generated idea into practice, and put the idea into practice and see how does it work. Does it affect anyone? How does it affect you, the people around you? Then lastly, evaluate on the outcome. What is the outcome of this solution? Thank you.
Okay, next, one word to the youth.
Chebuni nyarukani igo ngoba omoyo na moku omoyo sikire gento gokora so bugi mobo anya wachore na masomo gokora baibori berure gokoire skuru egase mono tari ayo mutangani goso university gostari ayo mutangani gokore kosi yo gokora abange bakorire nende beyetire tobes kobwati bari bataraita tokomanya mambi awona kiri asi igo ya omoya yabuno Maasai biamo.
One word to the youth.
Within your vicinity is where the impact lies. So choose where you be at the right time. Thank you.
Okay, next. One word to the youth.
I will leave my fellow youth with a think about it. Imagine you are a head of a hospital in your village, and you are the CEO of handling finance for medicine. You loot all the money meant for medicine in that hospital. Unfortunately, your junior brother falls sick at night, taken to the hospital, and dies because of there's no medicine. And you are left educating his 7 children as one of the burden as a senior brother. Think about it, as everything in our life has effect.
Nchigento ndatebie Maasai ontegerete ngeringa ki tokore egento kebwenerete doing the right thing mangana mange to akwanire gaiga when you are doing the right thing tarimono renyora say mistake even when a challenge comes it cover rahisi sana go konyore solution go chiase imechando yao at the same time let's seek guidance korwa sabantu batubumanyi nande tutwara abantu togotwara obwama to nabantu erinde some challenges yakara chigocha they can assist you.
Actually, what I can say to the youths, it is us to take the responsibility to ourselves to make sure that we build everyday life based on what we want in life.
Okay, what I can say is that Nadambia youth learn to do what impress you best. Learn how to cope with stress and work with people with the right minds, those who can guide you well.
Okay, thank you. I want to give 3 chances to the listeners to give us their own view. One word to the youth.
Chenye naweza sema ni kwamba ni kweli tunanyeshewa, na kama tunanyeshewa tunafaa tujue hii mvua ilituanzishia wapi. Kwa sababu tunasema wana youths wa sahi, ina maana wana youths ya enzi ile ingine walikuwa tofauti, si ndio? So kama tunaongea tunafaa tuangalie hao wana youth wa hiyo enzi wenye sasa sahi ni wazazi wetu walikuwa wanafanya nini ambaye sisi tumeacha kufanya, na sasa sisi wakati tuliacha kufanya chenye walikuwa wanafanya, hii chenye tunafanya sahi inatuelekeza wapi? So tunafaa tufanye evaluation, self evaluation, alafu tuangalie where did the rain started beating us, and with the deviations that we've undertaken, how best or what action should we take towards salvaging ourselves from dumping in this great abyss? And I think we'll be good to go. Thank you.
Okay, very good. As you've heard, Madam J. Ningependa tu kuwahimiza mtilie maanani yote ambayo tumesikiza, yote ambayo tumefundishwa, na tuweze kujikinga dhidi ya hayo mambo mengine ambayo tayari wamezungumzia. Tujiepushe na miadarati na mambo mengine ambayo tayari yameongelelewa. Asante.
Thank you for the chance. Maybe what I'll say is that most of the youths have to maybe define what they really want in life and focus on it. That's the most important thing from my side.
Okay, what I can say is that as youth we should be focused, and you know what brought you, you know we come from various background, you know where your background, and you know that it is you that the future is waiting, that you can give solution. You can give the world a solution about the issues happening around you, the diseases and the emerging issues. So you should be focused, and you know that the world is really looking upon you to offer various solutions. Yeah.
Okay, what I can say is that as youths we should be open-minded. our minds should not be restricted on what we learn in the classroom. So we should look for things out there that we can do beyond the courses that we are studying. And I believe when we do that, we'll gain more experience.
Okay, thank you. That's our youth. Then let's finish with our last man in here.
Yeah, thank you. Me, what I can tell youths, let them be determined. Focus na waje waende huko wasaidie society. Kila mtu ana work asaidie society. We are not working for yourself and for ourselves. Thank you.
What I can just say is that for all of us, you're the main character of your life, so focus on your life.
Thank you. Life is about decision making, and everyone should make a decision that knows will it impact him in a negative or positive way.
Asante. Kwa majina kwanza ni Sajiv Ogweno. Mimi naweza watch youths wetu. Tuko na solution kwa sisi wenyewe. Tumeletewa simu, asiwe tumeambiwa simu iko na social media. We should use the social media well. Through it tunaweza pata like things that might help us na yenye inaweza tuharibu. So we make use of the positive part of the social media. Thank you.
Thank you. Kwanza naitwa Richard Katungo. Kenya naweza ambia youth ni kuwa we are moving na technology advancement world. We have the internet. Let's not use internet for enjoyment. Let's use internet to educate ourselves, improve and create creativity among ourselves.
Otegereri gabo Kisii University twabere na babukuru gari Kisii University Press Club muna toigura mangana na mange abana youth bagwetera nenda sange andanene na igure ngane ebinyugwa byo gutindia na peer pressure nera sanene lakini nende twanyorrobo semyanga unemployment should not be a problem we are facing in tupnaba na youth tikatonyare ngo go create our own employment. Let us be our bosses. Tikatonyare we have inborn powers echitora explore. We have not explored our inborn powers, ndio maana tunasema hakuna kuna unemployment. What if umalize shule onyakurikiriringa nkinda kore kengendereri? Ni wangapi wako huku nje wamemaliza shule wako na papers and they don't have? Ni wengi. So ukiwa hapa shuleni just out of class ebu fikiria inkiora kore ogenderere na ubugima bwao. What can keep you going? What if kuja siku hizi unasikia kuna wakati hata ID ati unatumia huduma number like ID. Ngoi katorego chimotuga tote papers cannot do a thing. It is about skills. So build yourself in academic and outside academic. Make sure you do something. Omwancho motegereri Kisii FM 94.1 no morigereria Kisii FM digital. Karibu sana naende asante soko bana intuko rutwaga tagete mpaka bono tokarego chikokora toba isago kuneke minero nalinde lyonsi kogera gaigane oro enka yomogusi. Mmekuwa nami Sigara Cigarette, mtetezi wa wanawake.